is the Maggie Show.
Hey everybody, good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. Thank you for being here. This is the Maggie Show. And this is episode 3 of season 2. Yeah, season 2. That's where we're at. And tonight we are unpacking time wasters. Just what exactly is a time waster in a relationship, and what do they look like? How can you discern one, and how can you avoid one? And if you have, unknowingly positioned yourself as a time waster, maybe presented yourself as a time waster, how can you correct that? All right, because sometimes people don't know just how to present themselves, and it's not to say they're bad people or whatever, but it can be a problem. So with that said, me and Minister Israel, okay, we are going to talk you through dealing with time wasters, because listen, year 2023, we're not doing any of that. If y'all have seen my post, when we're done, look at my last 2 posts, actually the last 3 posts, okay? We are not wasting time in 2023, people of God, okay? Right? I love the last post. I think the one I posted earlier today, and it was a quote from a man of God, Pastor Sunday at Elijah, and he said, time wasters are life wasters. Woo! Time wasters are life wasters. Did y'all hear that? Because guess what? Your life consists of time. Everything about you is tied to time. Time. So don't let nobody play with your time. With that said, please make welcome my contributor. For some of y'all are seeing him for the very first time this year. This is Minister Israel. Go ahead, sir. Say something. Say hello to everybody. Tell us where you're connecting from, and let's get into it. Thank you, sir.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Israel. I'm joining this call from Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm not new to the show. I've been coming here. We've been making conversations, and I'm just happy to be here. I believe that it's necessary for us to have this conversation, because some people are stuck. A lot of people are in relationship, but they really don't know if it's a relationship. So I believe conversations like this is like a push. It's like we are telling you that, hey, you need to get some reality, because it's a new year. And some people, I believe, they have relationship goals. Some people have marriage goals, dating goals, single goals, whatever goal you have. I just believe that we should just make this conversation, because it will help us to make some decision. It will give clarity, and so whatever part we want to make, I believe that having this conversation will going to give value to some people, and they'll just make better decision. All right. So I'm just happy to be here. It's something I want us to talk about. So thank you for having me, ma'am.
Awesome. Great to have you here, sir. And just super excited seeing you. It's one thing to see you now on video, having met in November when I came to Nigeria. So I'm like the connection is deeper. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We tight, bro. Amazing. God bless you, sir. Minister Israel, for the benefit of those that are listening, can we just go ahead and define what exactly is a time waster? Because sometimes people may not know, what exactly do you mean a time waster, right? Like, in your own definition or in your own words, what do you think a time waster is? And by the way, guys, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Be a part of this, okay? We want to do this with y'all. Hey, good to see you here, Abigail. God bless you. Thanks, honey. That's my seamstress. She made me look so good, y'all, for the wedding I traveled to Nigeria for. Those of you that are watching this, on YouTube, you're gonna see a beautiful photo of me dressed up in like Nigerian wedding whatever attire. This girl right here, Abigail, call me, y'all. I will hook you up. This girl will get you snatched. Okay, right. So, God bless you, Abigail. Minister Israel, go for it, sir. What exactly is a time waster, sir?
Okay, so time wasters, I really don't have a defined definition, like a definite definition. But I'm going to paint pictures. Yeah, a scenario. There are some people like say they are dating, they've been together, yeah, but there's no progress. They are just there, right? Because a relationship is always a ship. So a ship is moving from one location to another. Yeah, a ship is moving from one city to another. Like, so if we are in relationship together, it means we are doing something together. We are moving, progress. Yeah. So when people are stopped, it means something is going on. It can be that from one party, the communication is not clear, or the value is not sold properly. So when people have clear times, that's where they can get stuck. Yeah. So some person may be wasting the another person's time because they did not define the purpose, the goal, the ambition, where the whole thing is going into. And so when there's no conversation around that, I mean, they're just there. And most people that are wasting time, they want to enjoy the benefit of relationships. Right. They want to enjoy it, the timing. There are some guys that they are not ready to propose, they are not ready to move forward. But they always call you. If they want to hang out, they want to go to the cinema, they always call you. They can always send food they always send lunch to your workplace. They can always do all of all those benefits. But they don't want to commit. Right. So non-committal. They like the benefit of being in a relationship. They want to enjoy it, but they don't want to commit. And also, some of them, they might like this person, but they have an alternative. Like they still have the second person. And so, it's not like the second person is even visible. Sometimes, the second person is still coming. And so, they want to manage this person that is on ground. Yes. They want to manage the person on ground while waiting for the other factors to come in place. Right. Right. So they will have all these long lists of the qualities they are looking for. But because this person is just 50% of those qualities, they don't want to lose her. They don't want to lose him. So they keep on managing the situation while waiting for that perfect one to come around. And so that's where sometimes people are just stopped. They don't go anywhere. They're just there massaging their things. I mean, that's just the analogy from my head.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that, Minister Israel. Thank you so much. You know what I heard you say? I heard non-progressional type of people, goals were never defined, and the non-committals, or you know, and the fillers. You know what you just said about, you know, the ones that just come in, they're there with you, but they're kind of like buying time until the next good thing that shows up. Those are I call those the fillers. You know, they're using you as a filler. Yeah. Miss Carrie, so good to see you here, honey.
It's so good to be here. Like, when I joined, I was like brushing my teeth, and I was like, I don't want to be a time waster. So I saw that. Finish brush. Oh, yeah.
Welcome, darlings. Welcome.
I want to acknowledge the minister, because that is such a good definition. I actually feel like he's covered it very well, holistically, in terms of the experience you get. It's going nowhere. In the, you know, in just everything. I really, really like that. Can I define a time wastee, not a time waster?
Yes, please do.
A time wastee, who is the one whose time is being wasted, is not fully secure in who they are and where they're at. And they lack self-respect, because if you ain't gonna be consistent, why am I still here? Why am I still why are you calling me on Friday night and I'm picking up? Like Christian girls, like stop picking up calls on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Stop. Like do not.
Yeah.
JWSTs also have this idea of who the person could be versus who they actually are. So someone is showing you who they are and you're not believing it. You're like, no, he's busy. There's no man who's busy if he loves you. There's no man who's busy if he wants to be with you.
Girl.
Oh no, he's just quiet as a person. No, he's not.
Listen.
He's quiet to you.
Listen, girl. I found this video just right here on Instagram, right? And this girl was saying how she was doing her internship at the White House during the Obama administration, right?
At 23, I was an intern in the Obama White House. This is relevant, I promise. In one of the events, Michelle Obama herself gave a talk to the intern class. And we heard what sounded like a plane go over the building. And Michelle Obama paused and quipped, "Oh, that must be Barack. He told me he'd be leaving any minute now." If the President of the United States of America had the time to update his wife where he was going and when, that guy you're dating in grad school, college, or with an entry-level corporate job can most certainly find the time.
She said, listen, if the President of the United States of America can have the time to tell his wife he's going to be out of the home, the White House, how is it that you are so busy? You just be a regular brother. I don't know where you work, but you cannot be more busier than the President of the United States, that you cannot call that person and tell them that you are, oh, this is where I'm at. I'm sorry, we can't do, come on. People of God, ladies especially, learn to read between the lines. A lot is being spoken to you, but you're just turning a blind eye. Quit that. You deserve better. Before the guys come for me, I'm not just saying it's only the man that wastes time, okay, in relationships. That's have true. Ladies who can waste someone's time. They waste the guy's time as well. Yeah, they can waste some guy's time. So we want to be careful that your time is not wasted. Just going with what Minister Israel just said. Listen, some of these things that you're going to have to look out for is like the non-progressional of what it is that y'all are trying to achieve here. Like you're just stuck in one place. There's no definition. Like the goals have not been defined, right? And I get it. There's a place and a time for us. Just, hi, how you doing? Everything good with you? We call it the talking stage. But listen, I'm sorry. We cannot still be talking like Miss Carrie said. You want to call me on Friday night. Okay. We're going to go out, get dinner, get a movie. And then we are on that for like the next 6 months. And we still don't know what we are. No, you lie. You playing me. That's what you're doing. Okay, now I gotta ask my wonderful contributors, Miss Carrie and Minister Israel. I gotta ask y'all this. In you guys defining what a time waster and a time wastee looks like, I love that, right? Can we talk about how one can position themselves correctly and be perceived the right way and not be perceived as a time waster? And I say that because the truth is there's some people who may genuinely be ready for a meaningful relationship, one that's gonna, go the distance and hopefully into marriage and all that, right? I get that. But then they may not just present themselves right. Does that make sense? Because sometimes people just, you know, I'm like, I wasn't too sure. Should I have said that? Or maybe, oh no, you know, the nerves. I get that. Any one of y'all, jump in, y'all.
Okay, so from me, I believe that any relationship that wants to stand test of time, there is need for this element called friendship. Yeah. So when there is friendship, that's when people get to they don't play themselves. They don't sell their how do I put it? They come into friendship with their original state. So nobody is camouflaging, nobody is lying, nobody is doing all
That's
of that.
good.
So when we come into friendship, we'll be open-hearted. We'll talk to ourselves like we are just user-friendly. We do things organically. We are not forcing, no pressure, nothing. So when people start relationship on a friendship note, I believe that's the best foundation, because with friendship, you can build a lot of things over time. But some people are not doing the friendship stage. They just skip it, right? Some people just skip the friendship stage. They are leveraging on the emotions. They are leveraging on the feelings. Feelings is part-time. Feelings is not full-time, because the person you have feelings for last week, 24 hours down the line, you are having feelings for another person, because I'm talking from the guy's perspective now. Apology, guys. I need to expose you small. As a guy,
y'all been exposed.
We are moved by what we see. Yeah. And so what we see is not constant, because the lady you see today that is very beautiful, charming, that is polished, that all of the shape, leave your town, just travel to the next town down here. You see another person that is more beautiful than this person you saw.
Right.
Yeah. And so we can't make decisions based on our feelings or based on what we see, because I tell you, God has created beautiful beings, like beautiful things. And so the more you see them, is that the way you want to be having feelings? Come on, I mean, it's not sustainable. So I just believe that when people start with friendship and they are open-hearted, there's some conversation that you don't need to force. They'll just say it openly. I mean, they just say it organically. And so by the time they are not open-hearted, by the time they are not open-minded, that's when they will build all of those things that are not needed. So I believe that it should start with friendship. And so when friendship is sorted out, we can build any other thing. We can build the relationship. And even some people that, even if you don't be in relationship with them, the fact that you're friends, you can pass your way and still be friends. Well, some in another school of thought, they'll say, some guys will tell you that they can't manage that relationship or that friendship, which is fine, but you're still friends. Right. So to conclude what I'm saying, that people should just come as friends. When you start as friends, and over time, you can build a relationship. If you see possibility, this is your friend, you can openly tell him or her and say, hey, I want us to optimize this relationship, this friendship. Can we take it further? Can we, just say it out organically. If the person is in, good for you. If the person is not in, we just tell you, come on. It's simple as that.
Absolutely. Miss Carrie, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? The presenting yourself aright so that you're not perceived as a time waster or just coming through as you would want to be heard or seen.
We have a gift called language. Use your words. Just use your words.
Just like Minister Israel.
And people should be ready to hear these things and have good communications. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes when girls are desperate, they come in too hot. It's like, do you have that? This person is like, where? Goodbye. I was just trying to see you. So for everyone, it has different growth stages. Like not every relationship will bloom at the same pace. And so that rhythm is what helps many people actually go to the altar together. Right. Because they have a rhythm. When I am not feeling you, you're holding me. So it becomes as you said, it's like a friendship, but I think I'd call it more, it's teammate.
Right.
Because friendship is really a long, not so easy to build. But
right.
yeah, like you're working towards a friendship through being a team and having, as Minister Israel said, there's goals. So I'll say, use your words and be clear. It's okay to just say, I just want us to get to know each other.
Yeah.
That's not a time waster line. It's actually genuine. Like, I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because dating is for data. Dating is not for eating people's food. You're getting information that will help you make a decision.
Right.
So I also wanted to say this. Instinct. There's this thing we have where we know this person is not genuinely invested.
Yeah. Talk to me.
And it could be in the rhythm of just these are, it's just not fitting. It's just but you're like, I'm 30, I'm 32, I'm 33, Then you end up calling everyone a time waster, and they really weren't wasting your time. They were maybe generally trying to get to know you. You weren't a good fit.
Yeah.
They can't take you to their mother. Move on.
Right.
Next.
Right.
Next.
Right.
Yeah. So words. Use your words. It's let people talk. If you can't talk to someone, I don't know how you're gonna marry them.
Right. True. Because what's going to sustain that marriage is y'all's communication. So, absolutely. I wanted to say something with regard to how you present yourself, and I cannot help but make reference to the last post I made, and that was, some of y'all may be familiar with her. It's Beverly Angel, BB Angel, prophetess Beverly Angel, the wife of Prophet Hubert Angel. And I literally posted that video before coming on here.
The first date we ever had, he said, I want to talk about marriage. I don't even want to play around. And if you're still wanting to play around, I can understand. Then I know you're not the woman for me. And so the first date we had, as in the first day that we met, first one, we discussed marriage. And he said, if you want to get married, then we start our life today. And I said, I agree with you. I also don't want to be playing around. I'm ready. And he said, okay, so if you're ready to do that, then here's our house. Pulled out of his back pocket a paper that I could tell he'd had for such a long time. And he'd drawn a plan of his house, a mansion with so many rooms and fountains on the inside, fish ponds and everything. And he had so many of those plans, pictures of houses, pictures of where he was going to be. And yet at that time, there was no proof whatsoever. That's a God-sized dream, somebody. I'm looking for somebody in this place who is willing to think beyond.
And she says how on the first date, the man said to her straight up, are you interested where you are right now in your life? Are you interested in getting married, or would you like to continue to play? Like, seriously. And he was like, because if you are here to play, I'm not here to play. What I'm here for is to know if you are thinking about marriage, you want to get into marriage, because then we can start to talk and head that way. And I think that's exactly what Minister Israel was saying about defining goals here. Now I get it. Some of y'all may be scared and say, well, I can't just go on the first date and be like, I just want to talk about marriage. I get it. There's some people who may not be that bold. But let me tell you something. There's something I've heard my spiritual father, my mentor, say about, quote unquote, getting to know somebody. And I was in this conversation on Facebook. A lot happens on Facebook comment section, okay? A lot happens there. And a sister had put a post there saying, oh, if a relationship has not gone forward after 3 years, forget about it. I was like, girl, 3 years. That's too long. It's too long. And nobody got 3 years. Are you kidding
6 months. 6 months.
Listen. Something my spiritual father always says. He said, character is like pregnancy. Okay? Character is like pregnancy. Now we all know that pregnancy is a 9-month gestation period, right? He said, now the truth is the first 3 months or even the first 4 months, you may not tell that lady is pregnant, right? But trust me, by the 4th month or 5th month, they are definitely showing that they're pregnant. And he said, listen, with at least 6 to 9 months, you should be able to tell the kind of person they are. A character, even if they were hiding certain aspects of their character, trust God that within those 9 months, they're going to reveal their true self. Because a lot of times the first couple of weeks, somebody can pretend to be whatever. But trust me, down the line, they're going to have to let their guard down, okay? The true person, the real self, not their representative, is going to show up. And then you can tell. And that's why I was saying, you can tell whether that person is a go-getter. Are you dealing with a go-getter here? Are you dealing with a lazy and the lazy and self-entitled type of person? Because there are people who just will tell you straight up, they're coming into life, they just think the world owes me, everybody owes me, sort of thing. Are they go-getters? Are they lazy? What kind of person are they? How do they think? Where are they at spiritually? Right? We're not saying be perfect. We're far from that. Please, guys, hear us and hear us well. We're not saying if you're not perfect, then you're a time waster. Far from it. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying, what are you about? Give us something tangible to work with here, right? Give that individual something tangible that they can work with and say, okay, because I said this, another thing I said, this whole thing about time wasters is going to work differently with a much younger group of people than, say, somebody who is, let's say, in their late 30s, 40s, and that sort of thing. And you know why I say that? For a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old that's just fresh out of college, fresh out of university, right? Now, they may have an idea as to what they want to do with life. There are some people who are just mature. They're like, you know what? This is what I'm about. This is where I'm seeing my life. And that's great. That's what you want. You cannot expect that 22-year-old to have what a 43-year-old man has. You understand what I'm saying? But if you are a 44, 45-year-old man, and you are up in here, you're saying, I'm still trying to do what? Seriously? No, buddy, you need to walk on by. No, seriously, you are wasting time. You are a time waster. Because in your 40s, you should have discerned. You should have really discerned what your life is about. Where are you going? We're not saying accomplish everything under the sun, but seriously, you should know where you are at. This is what I'm looking for in a lady. This is where I'm at in my life. I want to be able to, this is the kind of lady I'm looking for, yada, yada, yada. So then when you're going out, this is what I'm looking for. And so that should you go out on that date, you know whether to pursue her further or not to pursue her. Because you can't be acting like the 22-year-old that just came out straight out of college. No, don't. That is just out of the question. Y'all are nodding a lot. Minister Israel, jump in, sir. Your thoughts. Go ahead.
So I believe that, see, just like Madam said, that dating stage is actually for you to know people.
Yes.
I call it like, it's like you're doing data analysis. You're collecting data. You're getting information. So it is the data that you have that will help you to make decisions. And trust me, you don't need a lot of time. I believe that even, let me use the professional word for instance. So this generation we are in, they say people should come into tech. So people are coming into tech, they are learning tech. And most of those programs, they're just 3 months. Like if you're able to learn it for 3 months, you can secure a job. You secure a role at the internship level. So I believe that anybody that is coming into our life as a guy or a lady coming for a relationship thing, you can take them as an intern. As an intern for your love life. Like for your love life. So put them on internship role, just study them. 3 months, look at their ability. See, when people are intern in your life, you don't give them access to everything. No.
I beg, man of God. Can I tell? I beg. Hey, how far?
Internship bro, you don't give them the full access. They are still intern, right? So just give them few responsibility. The responsibility you're using to test their capacity. You're trying to see who they are really. Like, can they handle your future? Can you even see them in your future to start with? So how do you know they'll fit in your future? Look at them. Okay, what's their value? What's their belief system? What are the skill sets they are bringing in? What is their capacity? Just measure. When you measure all of that, you know that, okay, this one gets sense. And when I make get sense, you know that, okay, by the time we work on this thing, it will be well. But it's not like you just give them access, because what people do is people come into their life, they just give access, and before you know it, 2 weeks down the line, when people have access, they take hold of you now. There's nothing they are learning again. What are they intending? It's just like going into an organization. An intern that is just out of school, that is not know anything. You are giving him access to your money, like the finance. He will blow it up. Do you understand? So that's what people do. So I believe that anybody coming into our life, just give them an opportunity as an intern. Allow them. Give them 3 months. So that 6 months is too long. Just give them 3 With 3 months, you know if we can work things together.
Character and all they're about. I love that.
A guy that is serious with 3 months, you know, with the conversation, with the way he talks, you see there is possibility of the future there. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So 3 months, you know someone that is ready, sincerely.
Yeah. So true. So you know, Miss Carrie, I need to direct you to Amazon Kindle. Okay. Minister Israel has an amazing book. Sir, do you want to tell the audience a little bit about your book? Because and this is not just me plugging in his book. Like, seriously, I did a show with Minister Israel with his book. Matter of fact, we might have to redo that show. But there's something he says beautiful about, he says, you are the HR manager of your own life. You hire and fire people accordingly. Minister Israel, really, in about 60 seconds, tell us about your book and how everybody can access it on Amazon Kindle, please. Go ahead, sir.
All right, thanks, ma'am. The name of my book is called Singles Phenomenon. I believe is a diary. It's a diary for every young people, every single people in this generation. I mean, there's a lot to be done while we are single. For single season, there's a lot of work to be done. And so, where the conversation comes from that you are the HR manager of your life, it means if you're single, that means you know who you are. You know where you're going. You know the goal of your organization. Like, you are the organization. You are a brand. So you know who you are. You know where you're going. It's when you know where you're going that you know who will follow you. It's when you know where you're going that you know who you can hire. Because it's not everybody that you can hire. A lot of people will apply for job role, but HR will turn them down because they are not qualified.
Come
So there are
on.
some people that will come into your life for your
Come
love
on.
life. They want to marry you, they want to date you. But when you look at them now, this one, you don't have the skill. Abba, go. And it's like, it's simple. It's that simple. But if you don't know you won't be able to do all of those things.
Yes.
So I just feel that the single stage, there are a lot of possibilities, there are a lot of possibilities. And so
Yeah.
I just express all of those things in the book, that by the time a single guy, a single lady get hold of the book and you read it, I believe you will be able to make better decisions when it comes to relationships, dating, and all of that.
Absolutely. And not be all sentimental. Listen, we're talking about the rest of your life here. We're talking about the next, should Jesus tarry, the next 40, 50, 60 years of your life. Why would you want to do that so carelessly? There's a comment here from one of the people following the audience on here. Abby King says, you're speaking to some of us. Y'all been told. Amen. Oh, hear what she said, or he said, become friends, ask hard questions from early on, and use discernment. That's amazing. Miss Carrie, do you want to say something before we move on to the next?
Yeah, I think that comment and everything that Minister Israel has said, things don't end wrong, they start wrong.
Woo!
And so that foundation has to be correct.
My God.
So this is the time this is the time you have to get it right. If you get the foundation wrong, the entire building will fall. If you get your foundation wrong, your makeup looks weird. Whatever foundation you're thinking about. But
depending on what foundation.
Yeah, depending on the foundation. Yeah. So we have a lot of work to do. And the foundation is not only external. I feel like a lot of things are not working because the people themselves haven't done the work. There's a lot of work to do internally before you come out and try to meet people. I think we must get that part right. We're coming out projecting, we're coming out. And I had a question also before I go. How comes it's okay for a guy to walk into a date and say, I'm here for marriage. If you ain't here for marriage, get out. And when a girl does it, it's like, whoa. I just thought about that. When you talked about the thing you saw, you can just comment on that.
Absolutely. Now, Miss Carrie, you have a very good point there. Now, there's another video that I posted right here on Instagram. Y'all will go, just look at the couple of videos I posted this week. There's a meme, okay, by Esther, a star for real. And she goes,
if a guy comes and asks you out and you're a young woman, please never be a sucker for love at the expense of your time. Ask a guy, what's your plan? For when? How long? With what? By who? Do you have a plan? You don't. I'm sorry. If he says to you, you're putting pressure for me to get married, the fact that you think it's pressure means you have no direction.
Seriously, ladies, and this one thing I took away from that video, she said, do not be a sucker for love at the expense of your time. Don't do that to yourself. Ladies, you know where you're at. And there's another video I'm going to post, right?
I am too grown for a boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband. I want a husband. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need another boyfriend. And I don't need to be anybody's girlfriend. I'm a wife. Give me my ring. I just want to go straight from Raya to wedding. That's the title. Okay.
She says, I'm not interested in being anybody's girlfriend. I'm not interested in another boyfriend. All I want at this point in my life is I want to be married. I want to be married. And that's what I have to say. Please do not apologize for knowing what you want, how you want it, when you want it. Anyone who cannot deal with that, they can walk. Because anybody who thinks by you saying that you're putting them under pressure, that's your red flag to tell you they're not ready. Where you're at right now in your life, they can't
Maggie,
fit in.
I have a real life story from the wedding I'm from today. That's the story for the bride, and she's actually a Kenyan worship leader. She's called Kestin Bogo. Please check her out.
Okay.
Kestin Bogo, and that's her story from January last year when they started dating and they got married today.
Glory.
And at the end of the wedding, we're Mercedes sisters. I even have it on my vision board. Hi, I'm coming to buy you. But over and above the whole miracle of this marriage happening and this man of God and just everything, it was such a beautiful day. And I was serving rich Nigerian auntie, so please check out my pictures.
Okay.
He bought her for a gift a brand new Mercedes.
What? Oh.
Over and above everything. Over and above the whole story. But that was my highlight.
Okay.
Now we Mercedes sisters have a Mercedes to ride in together. I hope she watches this and actually gives me a lift. Anyway, but the point is, she said, I'm done. I'm not doing this. It's time for me to get married. And that was a prayer. It wasn't, oh, give me a good guy. It was my husband.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's here.
Yeah.
So even God hears it. Not only people, but God honors it as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's so important that we get this thing right. Listen, before we go, because we're getting ready to leave here, guys, can we just go to this thing where we have a special kind of time wasters that y'all are very familiar with? The already married ones. The already married ones. Sisters, you better pay attention. The ones that come to you and they tell you, well, me and my wife are actually over. We no longer sleep together. I'm just in the house because yada 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 yada. Minister Israel, I know Miss Carrie's she can't she does not even want to talk about. She's like guy. All right. Okay. Right? Yeah. Minister Israel, should we talk about the time wasters that are married? The kind that okay. Whoa, Nyambu Waidaka says, tell me about it. Preaching to the choir, confused coconut. Yes. Minister Israel, talk to us about this whole situation with the
I
married
believe
ones.
for singlehood, when we are single, there is this red flags. There are different red flags.
Yes.
Both married man is coming. That's a double red flag. Because for heaven's sake, there are many single people, like multitude. If you see any pre-wedding pictures on the internet, go and check the comment section. You see there are a lot of single in this world. They are the one that will be typing God when.
Yes.
The population of the single community is very large. I don't know why on earth married people are the one that will be coming. No, like that's a double red flag. Like just forget it. Why is she coming? Why is he coming? I don't believe that any married man that comes to you, just know he's lying. Like he's lying.
Yeah.
Don't just buy it. Like, hello, sir, you are married. Just confess your wife. If it's a single guy that is not married that is coming to your hand, that we can understand. But married, some of them will even remove their ring just to come and tell you that. See, if you see married, anything that has to do with marriage, don't put your hand, don't put your leg. Just allow them. Hello, sir. See, don't call me again. Block. You can block their line. You can use the block button. They told us this year. There's some people who should use the block button on WhatsApp, on Facebook, anywhere. Like use the block button. Anybody that they don't want to hear words back, just block them.
Yes.
Just block them.
Yes. Miss Greatness, who's a former guest here on my show, she says they use the line, "I wish I met you before I married my wife." Waidaka says, "Not even a red flag. That's a red banner. His banner's over me. His banner." He's not a red flag anymore. He's a massive red banner. Block. Miss Carrie, your thoughts? Go ahead, ma'am.
It's a no. It's just a no. It's not a, let me think about it. It's just a no. Like, no. Like, respect yourself. Respect this. Do you know when a married woman prays and she starts praying about you just start. Imagine if a married woman says, "Father God, whichever woman is taking my husband, destroy them by fire." You know, I'm just like, but there's this attraction of women, and Benjamin Zulu, who I watch, actually talks about it, especially women over 30.
Yeah,
we attract a lot of married men because we're just free. We're in our own. They've not seen anything like it. Yeah. We're just it's just like an attraction. They don't even know how not to be attracted to you. They want a little bit of the time, the energy, the freedom, the
I hear you.
So, yeah, so it's just for you to be like, no, me, I was told I love you. I'm like, no, you don't love me, bro. Go love your wife. Go love your children.
Yeah.
What role am I playing in this whole thing? Like,
right.
You know, like me, I work. I have money. What next?
Right.
Like, honestly, what role am I playing? Number 2, I feel like one of my most painful breakups was because of this. This guy was married for papers, and so he didn't count it as a marriage. But I'm like, I asked in different ways. I'm like, so are you married? So the girl you dated for 2 years, why didn't you think of marrying her? Like, I tried to put it in many ways to get the information, and this girl was not budging. He's like, no, I've never been married. I've never married. Then one day I was like, so when are you calling my dad? Since we're here now. When are you calling? It's like, yeah, that's gonna be hard because there's some paperwork. What paperwork? There's a paperwork I did with some girl. I'm like, okay, this is me when I'm annoyed. So I'm so annoyed. I said, oh, so you guys got married? Yeah, just for papers. I'm like, oh, okay, so who was there? Just her friends, 2 of her friends. Okay, did she carry flowers? Like, I just wanted to get it in that this person for like 4 or 5 months has outrightly lied to me. And it's so weird. He only followed me and this girl on I should have known, on Instagram. And I had once seen her name pop up on his phone. So I was like, I second guess myself, and that's why I never second guess myself. If I have an instinct, it's true. And so anyway, that was really, I was just like, you know, we're never talking again. Like, you understand? Okay, sayonara. Like, there's no, how do you pick up from there? I've tried to ask this question. So I asked him, did you pay any dowry to their parents? No, I didn't. So yeah, so it's true, it's for papers. So does your mom know? Because your mom has met me, your aunties have met me. Do they know? No. Okay, maybe it's true, but why did you just tell me? Like, I feel like that choice was taken away from me to choose. And I was just like, nigga, you're married, you're a liar. And one day I called him. This was so funny. So I'm in Dallas. And then I call him. And then this lady picks up. So this was like the most painful. I'm like, hi. She's like, hey, Sema, what's up? I'm like, mwenye simu wako wapi? You know, where's the owner of the phone? Oh God.
Lord have mercy. All right. Wow. Okay.
I'm done. But that, like, that, as our minister has said the right thing. A married man talking to he's lying to the woman he's married to.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're so special?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Right.
If it's a transaction, do it. Finish with it. But anyway, don't advise about that. We are saved. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Block, Control, Alt, Delete. And then married men look married. I don't know why I didn't know he was married. This guy, you've never gone to his house.
Like,
What does
really?
he- His shirt is ironed perfectly. My sister. This guy is clean.
You just wanted to be lied to. You saw
Married men have patterns, and that's one thing I want to tell ladies. It's a secret I've discovered. If you want to know if a guy is married, it's these guys who are very consistent. Like, it will be a 7:39 call or at 8:49. Like, they have to do it in a pattern because they're getting into their home and getting out of their home. So he'll call you immediately. He leaves the house. I'm leaving. I'm on my way home now. But he will not talk when he's inside the home. On the weekend, I'm sleeping because he's inside the house. But when he leaves the house, he'll call you. I am writing a book.
Please do. Please do. Absolutely. Sheila says, don't throw pearls to pigs. Selah, may God help us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sisters, get yourself together. You deserve a man who belongs to you all by yourself. All by yourself. Okay, here's another comment. It says, that is self-hatred at the optimum. And lack of self-awareness that someone with no vision, with no vision. And she says, patterns never lie indeed. That is so good. That was a good point there. Absolutely. I love that. So y'all listen, let nobody waste your time. Like I said earlier, those of you that are just tuning in right now, we had said earlier that time wasters are life wasters. Time waster. Anybody that is wasting your time is actually wasting your life. They are wasting your life. You cannot give someone that much power to waste your life. That's just wrong. That's just absolutely wrong. It means you don't value yourself. You don't. Absolutely. Do not let anybody waste your time. You gotta love yourself. Love yourself enough and know that this is where I'm at. Like you rightly said, Miss Carrie, I'm so happy to hear that your friend got married. That she was like, listen, I'm not doing this. This is what I'm after. And if no one comes, I'd rather remain single. Listen, sisters, you sisters and brothers, because we've said it's not just the brothers that waste time. There are ladies who just want to waste time. They want to use you for your money. You're great for going to the movies, to eating at fancy restaurants, this and that. Can I have a couple of $100, whatever currency you may use in your country, and that sort of thing. Listen, we know that. We're not just saying men do that only, but listen, what you got to do is make sure you're discerning. Be discerning, people of God. Be discerning, all right? Be discerning. Now, unless I have a question or a comment, guys, we want to bring this to an end and say to y'all, we will see you back here next Saturday. Same time. Okay, hear this. This is so sweet. Thank you, sis. She says, I like this. We need more of this for collective development and healing. I'm glad you said that, sis. So guess what? Right in my bio, click that. There's a YouTube link. Like I said, this is season 2. Season 2. Season 1, we really should have divided season 1 into 3. But get this, in season 1, we have 50 shows. 50, not 15, but 50. Yes. We got dealing with a terrible past, dealing with a bad past. We got shows on the waiting room. We got shows on situationships. Yes, y'all know one of those. We got a show on dealing with trauma, childhood trauma, even escaping abusive relationships. We got another one on red flags. Listen, there's a lot there. Just like you said, to help you just navigate your singlehood and get to where you want to get to. Like without the pressure, without the mistakes, because remember the word of God says in a multitude of counselors, there is safety. And these are not just regular counselors. Listen, dare I say, we are anointed counselors, okay? God called us into this. We didn't just wake up one morning and be like, I don't know, maybe I should just have her talk show. Oh no, honey, we got called into this. And by the grace of God, the wisdom and the anointing is available. Mashakabaye. Without, being not being arrogant about it, but just stating facts. It is what it is. Without false humility. That's it. My spiritual father would be like, without false humility. All right, this was so good, such an invaluable gems, information. Lots of love from Kenya. Asante sana dada, karibu next time. Karibu sana, Abigail. Thank you for being here. Totally loving it. Miss Carrie, we need you to keep coming here so I can continue to practice my Kiswahili. We're gonna leave it here. I love y'all. God bless you. Thank y'all, everybody. Thanks, Minister Israel. God bless you, Miss Carrie. Guys, join us next week for what we call the reaction show. We're going to go over some content and just say, what exactly did we learn over the last couple of shows? We want to do that with y'all. So tune in next week and get this, February. Want to give you the itinerary for February. We got amazing shows. We got soul ties coming up and how to break those, and even how you get initiated into those even without your knowledge. I'm going to have Pastor Claudia Ashcroft from My Church Windsor. She's going to be here. It's going to be amazing. We're going to talk to my spiritual daughter whose wedding I traveled to all the way in Nigeria. She's going to be talking to us, her and her new husband. They're going to be talking to us, dealing, not so much as dealing, but when you have a woman that's so bold, that's a strong woman. There's some men that just cannot deal with a strong woman, like an anointed woman, a woman that's out there. They're going to talk to us about that. Ooh, that's going to be fantastic. And then we have a guest coming in. We had her last year, Tito Lua. She was with us last year on parental disapproval. What do you do? That's another show y'all need to catch. Parental disapproval. What exactly do you do when your parents disapprove of that one that you really feel God has brought your way? How do you deal with that? How do you navigate? She has an amazing true life story and nuggets to help you navigate that. But she's going to be back with us on the last Saturday of February, and we're going to be unpacking a very sensitive subject, and that's to do with consummating your marriage. What happens when a lady is unable to consummate her marriage? Then what? She's written a book about that because she suffered that. So it's going to be an amazing one. So listen, February is looking amazing. March is even going to be looking greater than that. But in the meantime, thank y'all, everybody, on behalf of myself, Minister Israel, all the way in Lagos, Nigeria, and Miss Carrie Kagiri in Nairobi, Kenya, and me, of course, Maggie Murgai, right here in London, United Kingdom. We are signing off. Tunasema asante, kwaherini, and we will see you next time. God bless y'all. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Maggie Murgai Show. You can subscribe to get notifications for new videos on this channel.